Hello, this is John, Vintage Fisherman. While I was in the hospital, this came in. It's a Zebco 404 spinning reel. They call it the Big B. The box is rough. She's rough, but it does have the paperwork with it. Oh, she's been fished with. I like it even better. Tell me some tales there, old reel. Let's fix it up. Try to put these so they don't get messed up. I like to keep the boxes for reals when I get them. Somebody loved this thing. Somebody loved it a lot. All right, well, first thing I'm noticing is the anti-reverse isn't working. So we'll go ahead and pull this line off of it. There's no use keeping that on there. Looked like somebody was practicing casting with it. They had a weight on the end of it. Or they put it on there to keep the line from going all the way back up into the reel. Some old line. Looks like 15-pound test, maybe. I got a bunch of reels in while I was in the hospital. I got 10 or 15 reels. Got a little something to do while I'm recovering. Sorry I'm taking so long to do this. I should have done this before, but I wasn't here. Just now getting back to it. Normally I would use my toilet paper roll and drill, but yeah. Should be getting on down there. Probably somebody using this for catfish, if I had to guess. I think we're getting down to it here. Maybe, maybe not. The circles are getting smaller on the line. That's always a good sign. There we go. We'll go ahead and clip it right there. Oh boy. I'm hurting in my stomach, so I can't really reach too many things here. We'll just cut it with it. Now this line, don't let this stuff don't just throw this in the trash. Put it in a bag, take it to a recycler. So you don't want wildlife to get tangled up in that mess. My tip of the day. All right, basically, this is a simple reel. Unscrew the cover. Take the handle off. Maybe. There it goes. She didn't want to come loose. Handle's a little bit bent. I'll have to straighten that up. And then this whole thing simply slides out. Now I wonder why that's not working, but we'll figure that out in a minute. All right, let's take the rotor nut off. You notice I'm starting out with something really simple, right? I have been in the hospital and not really feeling like doing anything complicated today. In fact, I probably won't even finish this reel today. I'm probably just going to get it took down, cleaned up, and I will come back another day to finish it. It's always a good sign when that's not locked up against that. This has to be cut off. Oh, no, it don't. I like the way they tied their line. They did their line like I do mine. It's a loop. All right. Okay. Now, over here. This is not cracked. That's good. It's real good. This basically just slides out of the way. And this gear should, yeah, there you go. Comes right on out. And then this gear will just come right on out. Sometimes you got to slide that just a little bit further if you can. Not going to let me. Yeah. There we go. Just slide that out. We'll just clean this up. It's in really good shape. The dirtiest part on is the pinion. It's sliding fine. It just needs a good cleaning. So we'll get that cleaned up and come back, and this is going to look all different. Totally different. See how it's bent? It's pretty typical on these reels. They get dropped. First thing you got to do is straighten the main shaft of it. And then the hardest part is straightening this part. Sometimes I can do them. Sometimes I just have to leave them alone. Yeah. Yeah. I might be able to get it. We'll come back to it. When I get back, this will be cleaned up. All right, let's put this 404 back together. Whew. If I can get sat down here in my chair, still really sore from surgery. Really sore. All right. Cleaned up really good. This was stuck. This is your anti-reverse. And that's why it wasn't working. So got that fixed. Clean up a couple things. These are usually cracked. People crank them down too far or something. I don't know what they do to them. But they usually crack them. So we got lucky on that. This reel's in really good shape. A little bit of junk down in that shaft. There we go, got it out. First thing back in is this. I think, well, heck, I got a dog hair in there. I think I'm gonna give that just a little bit of grease. This is going to be a little bit of a challenge to get back in there. That piece sticks up a little bit further than most of them do. All right. And your main shaft or pinion goes in next. Need to clean it just a little bit. And we'll give it some extra oil once it gets up in there. Going to oil this one. There's an actual bushing up in there. Then once you get that in there, that's got to go in that slot. There's a little peg goes down in that slot, and then this goes back over top. Right there. Don't let it touch the gear. Just put it where it covers that up, where this won't pull out. And then you can grease the gears. And see, now your anti-reverse is working properly, and you can cut it off by flipping that. See? And I'm going to give that shaft just a drop of oil right there. That's it on the inside of this reel. Over here, just a little bit of grease around there. Take off the excess, just to leave a little thin film on it. And then your spool goes in, but you got to pick this up. This is your line out clicker. Pick it up where it'll slide over top of that. Okay. It's also your drag. And then you've got the big E-clip. Pop it back on there. All right, I'm going to put this into here. A little bit of grease for that button hits the back of that shaft. Now you got to kind of work all this in together, just like that. I was able to straighten the handle, about 90%. Still got a little bit of a bend in it. Don't ever crank that, you'll break it every time. So what I do is push the button on the back. Give this just a little dab of oil here. Oh, doesn't hurt to give that a little bit of oil while it's out. Put this on there. Tighten down that nut. Rotor nut. All right, now let's go ahead and put the cover on it. Don't cross thread it, you'll crack it. Okay. It's going to be a little noisy until it self-clearances a little bit. There it is. Let me get the fresh rag and put down here before I get this box out. So that's a 404. Here's the original box with the paperwork. Don't have any idea what year this was made, but I will be asking. I'm a little worried about this dripping oil into the box, so I think I'm going to put a piece of towel around it or something. I don't want to get anything on the instructions down in there. It's a wreck, but it's going to go back together. Could probably use a little tape, huh? And there we go. Model 404. Well, y'all, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And take a kid fishing. I'll be back for another one.